today I am going to be trying to do the Rihanna inspired jumbo faux locks. I'm probably gonna put like a picture right here. Last night I washed my hair and I put some olive oil, my olive oil leave-in conditioner, and then I also put Cantu leave-in conditioner. I moisturized and oiled my hair really well, and then I just detangled it and I put it in 2 braids. It may not look like it, but this baby is thick, like with 2 C's. It is super thick and hard to manage because, geez, it's getting thick. Now, so this is the olive oil that I put in last night. You can get this at any beauty supply for like $1. And I just like it because it has a little nozzle. So I just literally like squeezed it all over my scalp. Like my hair was still wet. I just came out of the shower. And then these are the 2 leave-in conditioners that I use. I really like this one because, well, what made me start using it when I first ever cut my hair off, it was like really short, and this was the only thing that would get my curls like super defined and moisturized. But I like this one more because this one's creamier. This one feels like it's water-based, and this one feels like it's more creamy. So I just feel like this one does more, but this one brings my curls, so I use them both. Anyway, that's what I have in my hair now. And then, of course, you know, I have my 2 braids. So, my hair still works with Shining Jam, so I'm going to use Jam. And I'm probably going to mix them both because this is super strong hold and this is like a hold. So I'm probably going to mix them. And that's what I'm going to use to sleek my braids. I also have my hair clips, regular. I like these clips better than the middle ones. Oopsie. So you're also gonna need my parting comb, and then this is the comb that I use to comb in my product. So I part with this one, mainly with this part, and then to clean it up I use this part. And then when I put the product in, I comb the product into my hair with this comb. You're also going to need, and then some scissors, of course, and a lighter, just in case. I don't have super glue, so I'd rather use a lighter. A lot of people use super glue, but I'm gonna use a lighter. That's pretty much all I need. Oh, and then this is the hair.
Before I forget to mention, I did not end up using that braiding hair at all. The only hair that I used was the kinky hair. I did not use the braiding hair at all.
I have another pack here that's 42, but I'm probably not going to use it. And then this is the hair that I'm going to use to wrap around. It is Marley hair, but I never used this brand before, so we're going to see what it looks like, how it works. This is 80 inches. Sheesh. But I do plan on keeping these long. Super long. We're gonna see how that works out, but 80 inches. So that's the hair I'm using. I'm also gonna put a link in the description for all of the hair and products. Now, so yeah, let's get started. So I have installed one jumbo lock, and it looks effing amazing. It's not heavy at all. Let me see how it looks when I install the rest of them. I'm gonna turn around and see like like that. I can't tell if I'm on the camera. So this is what it looks like. It goes all the way down to behind my knee. So I don't know what that back part of my knee is called, but that's how long it goes. I honestly had them to my shin at first, but when I was wrapping, I realized that I didn't want to wrap that long.
Okay, so in this clip here, I am showing you how I install the lock. So I'm going to take 3 pieces of the kinky hair, and I'm going to put those 3 pieces together. I'm making sure that all of them are the same length. You don't have to do this, but I just like to do that. So once they're all the same length, all those 3 pieces, I'm going to then braid into my hair. So my strand of hair is 1 strand, and that is the other 2 strands. I also kept one side a lot longer than the other side because that's how long I want my lock to be. So once I start braiding, I'm going to get all the way down to just right before my real hair actually stops. Okay, now I'm at the point where my real hair actually stops. So I'm going to tuck my hair into that piece right there, the shorter piece. And now I'm going to do a loose twist all the way down. Okay, now that that twist is done, I then take 2 more pieces of the kinky hair and then with those 2 pieces, I'm going to separate them. So basically by separate them, I just mean like, you see how tight the curl is? I'm basically just separating how tight that curl is so that it becomes loose hair. I do that to both of the pieces. Once those 2 pieces are separate, I then combine those pieces together. And just like before, how I made one end shorter than the other end, I put that up to my hair at the length that I want it to be. Now holding that all together, I wrap around the base, making sure that the hair is flat. I wrap around my base about 3 to 4 times. And then I continue that all the way down the lock. Okay, now that I am down to this very bottom piece, that short piece that came from strand number 2, I'm going to fold back upwards, and the very last strand, I'm going to again pick it out, make it poofy, and then I'm going to wrap upwards to seal the lock. Because I have nowhere to twist down, I'm going to wrap that last final piece of hair upwards, which also makes the bottom just as thick as the middle, if that makes sense. I'm just bringing the piece back up so that I don't have a long stringy piece at the bottom. My lock is still pretty long, but I'm bringing this piece back up so I have that almost like bulb finish at the bottom of my lock. And once I do that, I'm going to take my lighter and I'm just going to quickly go over it with the fire to seal the hair in so that my lock doesn't unravel. Okay, we are back again, starting this lock process over. So again, like we did the last time, we took our 3 pieces, we're combining them together, and we're gonna braid that onto my strand. Excuse my face. Yes, so we take my 3 pieces, make them the same height, and braid it onto my braid. Once it's braided onto my braid, I take the remainder of my hair, tuck it into the kinky hair, and do a loose twist all the way down. Here I'm showing where I tuck my piece of hair into the rest of the kinky hair, and then I start my loose twist. If your hair frizzes out, it's okay because it's going to be wrapped anyway, but mine is only doing that in the front because it's straight and it's short. So, but ignore that. But yep, I'm doing a loose twist. In the video, it looks like these twists are really tight, but they're actually very loose. This whole hairstyle is loose. My braids are loose, the twist down is loose, and my wrapping technique is very loose too. So then again, I'm separating my two pieces. I'm taking the curl out of them, so I guess you can say combing them out with my fingers. This is what the strand looks like when it's picked out, and that's what the strand looks like when it's not. And you want both of them picked out so that you can just be locking them back when you're wrapping the hair down. Okay, so now that the pieces are all separated out, I'm going to put them together. I'm going to attach them at the top of my head. Well, not attach them. I'm literally laying the piece of hair next to my braid. I'm literally just laying it next to my braid. And then I'm going to wrap the longer part around the base about I think I did it like 3 times. Yeah, I'm just wrapping it around the base like 3 times to make sure that it's on there tight and that it's actually not gonna just slip off of my head. I'm having a bit of a malfunction here because the hair was getting stuck on my arm, but just bear with me. Alrighty, so I'm wrapping it again, and after I wrap it around my base about 2 to 3 times, you just start wrapping it all the way down. And do you see how I have the hair in my hand flat? It's best to wrap the hair down flat so that you don't have lumps in your lock, and it covers more when the hair is laying flat. Okay, so now I'm back at that bottom piece where it's time to combine one of the 3 strands. So I have my piece that I was already wrapping with, and I have one of the 3 strands that I'm now about to comb out. And then once I get that combed out, again, I just continue to twist all the way down until I get to the bottom. Once I get to the bottom of that piece, I'm going to take the second piece and do the exact same thing until I only have one more piece left at the bottom. Alrighty, we meet again here at the bottom. That last piece, I'm folding it upwards, finger combing that last curl out, and I'm wrapping it upwards. Once again, I take that last piece that's coming out of the bottom, I fold it up and I wrap it upwards. This does not make it look bad. It actually makes the lock look like an actual lock, how it comes to an end, because I don't just have a long stringy piece at the bottom. So once I wrap it back up to as far as I can get it, that's when I take my lighter. And again, I just quickly go over it to make sure that it's sealed in and it's not going to start to unravel. Now don't try this at home. I was dangerously close to my mouth. Luckily, I did not burn myself because I know what I'm doing. But please don't try this at home. And voila, she's done, baby. And she looks great. It did not take that long. It actually only took a few. I decided to do U parts because I really wanted them to look big and messy, and I think it turned out great. I'm very pleased with the outcome of this, and I have some pictures for you guys so you can all see the outcome of this once we're finished here.